Today I'll be cleaning and reseasoning this terracotta baking dish I found at a thrift store. The seasoning on this dish was obviously very nice at one point, but now it's so scratched and flaking off that it's not really usable, so we're just going to start over. To do that, all we have to do is run it through a clean cycle on a self-cleaning oven. And here it is after it comes out. All that black has burned away to ash, which we now need to clean off. A quick rinse will get most of it, but I want to scrub a bit to see how much of that black staining I can get off. Fuck. So, Today I'll be giving a facelift to this curio shelf I found at a thrift store. It's pretty dinged up and dusty, but I'm going to clean it up and give it a new look with some paint. First, I'm going to remove the backing board, which is held on by staples and these little hanger brackets. It takes some effort, but thankfully the whole thing does not split in two. Once that's off, I try to remove the staples that remain in the frame, but they won't come out, so I have to get my Dremel to cut them off. Time for some glue. A small piece of wood came off when I removed the backing board, so I'm just going to replace that. Now I make sure to clean all the dust out of the nooks and crannies. While cleaning, I noticed this joint came loose, so I'm gluing that too. Next, I mark up the backing board. I'm just going to flip it over and use the non-felted side. I'm going for a modern art look with this, and for color I want to feature an aqua blue that'll match the other accents in my office. My paints are old and half dried out, but I managed to get a color I'm pretty happy with. Now's a good time to reflect on why the hell did that baking dish break anyway? Maybe it was already weakened from being tossed around in the bins? My silver paint is super lumpy, but I'm gonna do my best. I mean, it didn't even wall, it just slid halfway down the sink. They can't be that fragile. At this point, I decide that the blue isn't right, so I need to mix up a different shade of blue and repaint those parts. I'm gonna decorate some of the cubbies. This one gets pencil guidelines so I can do polka dots. This cute rubber stamp will go in one, and this one in another. And a teapot finishes the look. The frame gets painted black. If this were furniture or something that would get handled a lot, I would sand it before I painted it, but it's just going to hang on my wall, so it should be fine. Final touch-up. I erase the pencil guidelines and go over the blue rubber stamp ink with pen because it was too light. And now I just have to glue the thing back together. Maybe I could use a food-safe epoxy on the baking tray. I'm not sure I would trust it enough to use it, though. Weigh it down with whatever's handy, like a cat litter. I'm going to use these sawtooth hangers instead of the original brackets. Just hammer them on there, and we're done. I'm really happy with the finished look. It's very cute, and I also like the way it's in one piece. It looks great mounted over my messy work table, matches the rest of the office, and it will be a great place to hold tiny souvenirs that don't have another place to live in my house. Thanks for watching. Join me next time as I probably break something else.